Charbria Shine, and I have a very special guest, Denise Shackelford. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
Now, she is on my show today because she plays the amazing Mercedes Beret in my stage play, Charbria Shine Single Woman Chronicles. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Okay, so you have played this role already twice.
Yes.
And you're about to play this role again.
Absolutely.
Okay, tell me about this, because Mercedes Beret, she's wealthy. She's bougie, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes, she's glamorous. Like,
Sure.
everybody loves and hates Mercedes Beret.
That would be me.
Yes, they love and hate her character, right? But
Right.
it's an amazing character. So how has it been playing this character? How has it felt?
It taught me something new. I would
Really?
say it brought me out of my comfort zone.
Really? Okay.
Of course, because of my upbringing, the things that I was taught. So to play this role, I feel like there's a lot of versatility.
Yeah.
There's outside the norm. Like I said, bringing me out of my comfort zone. So I'm loving it. You know, and I
Yes.
love how I can play this role while I'm out of order.
Yeah.
But then I accept God into my life and He brings me back in order.
Yes.
So I love the right on it.
Yes, that's awesome. So you talked about your background because you're PK,
Yes, I am.
pastor's kid,
Yes, I
right? And then
am.
you preach yourself.
Absolutely.
And she's a little bit of a homewrecker in this show. So she's not always likable. You'll love her at first, then you might hate her, then you might love her again. We don't know. We'll see. But so you said it's challenging. So I can understand what you mean. Like, you had to play and say things that you wouldn't normally say.
Absolutely.
Or do things that you
Exactly.
wouldn't normally do.
Exactly.
And so how did you embody this character then, since it's not your norm?
I remember this one scripture that I stand on. I can do all things through
Come
Christ
on.
which strengthens me.
Yeah.
So no matter what I'm presented with, I'm like, Denise, you're capable of handling it. You can
Yes.
speak it, you can do it, you can sing it, you can dance it, you can work it, whatever.
Yeah.
I just talk to myself and speak to myself. And then also with the help of you telling me, hey, give me more of this. I want more of that. And I'm like, okay, let me give her what she wants. Then I'm putting the time in to practice. And I'm like, I'm going to be great at what I'm doing.
Yeah, man, I love it, and you are, y'all,
Thank you so
fabulous. Like, she really embodies Mercedes so much to the point where people are like, "Oh my God, we loved her," or "We hated your character at first," because she played it so well. And that's when you can embody a character that's not you and kill it.
Period.
And people are just like, I don't know if I really like you in real life. That means you played it well, okay?
Absolutely.
That
I got a
means
lot of that. I was like,
people were like, after the show, it was hilarious the first
Oh,
time she
yes.
played the role, because people were kind of like, they didn't know whether they should hug her, kick her, stomp her.
Girl, and I was told, I don't want Mercedes nowhere near my man. I had to let her know, well, honey, if I can get him that easy, that means you ain't having no way.
Ooh, child.
It's just a role, y'all. Just a role, not who I am.
Really? No, just kidding.
Just a role.
No,
Just
it's
a
just
role.
a role. No, she does. She embodies it, and I love it because, like I know her personally, and it's not her character, but for her to like
Absolutely.
really be able to do that, it's like, oh my goodness, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's so awesome. So how did you prepare for this role? Like, how do you get your mind right before you're about to go on as Mercedes? How do you get your mind there?
Believe it or not, absolutely, I go over my script a little bit.
Okay, you kind of look
I
at
just
it.
kind of
Glance
skim through it. Yep.
Okay.
I'll do a little skim through it. I'm like, all right, time to shift.
Okay.
I'm out of work. Now I'm time to go into work play mode.
Yes.
And then, hey, I just adapt to it and do what it do.
Yes, I
I
love
feel
it.
I just got it
Now,
down
does
pat
it take
now.
a little time after a season of playing Mercedes Beret to kind of shake it off a little bit?
It does. That is so funny because I was literally talking to my daughter sometimes and I was
Yes,
like,
I love it.
I'm not doing that. She's like, Mom, you're not playing right now, okay? You're not acting. You're not in your role. I'm like, girl, who you talking to?
Yes.
She's like, Mom, bye.
Yeah, yeah.
But it does. It takes a little time.
Yeah.
And I love it because I have fun doing it.
Yes.
And I know that it's actually a role that I'm playing. This is not who I am. So I can let
Yeah.
go because the truth of who I am, I step right back
Yeah,
into
I
it.
love that you say that because it's so true. People don't realize. That's why I'm careful sometimes what roles I play.
Yeah.
Or if I play a certain role, I pray and get myself out of that mindset if that's not a role that I want to portray
Yeah.
in my real life.
Absolutely.
So I think that's so powerful that you said that, because after I did a role, Dr. Love, I was telling you guys.
That's one of my favorites too, y'all. You gotta
Because
see
it's a
Dr. Love.
comedy. It took me a long time to stop talking like Dr. Love. And I be doing it at home. I was like, no, like,
She awesome in all the roles.
you are not. I'm like, you are not Dr. Love right now. And so it's so funny because I get what you're saying. Like,
Yes.
that's why I asked you, because I'm like, okay, you have to prepare to be this role that you're not anything like.
It's true.
And then now you have to shake it off, and it's like, I know it's a process, you know. That's awesome. So what would you say has been one of your most challenges in being in these plays or playing Mercedes Bure?
Specifically, I can tell you, when this awesome writer and producer gave me the role, y'all know it, I'm a PK too, to sleep, honey, with a married man. Ooh,
so Jesus. That was challenging.
That was challenging at first because, one, that's something I don't play with.
Yes. We take marriage
I don't tamper
with
people's marriages. That's sacred.
Yes.
I don't mess with that. And that cheating and messing with somebody's husband.
Yes. You don't fool with that.
Mercedes got money. That's all I got to say.
She gonna pay to take you out.
But that was one of the challenging ones, and it took me time to practice over and over again. I remember you working with me practicing at home, putting the time in. Like, Lord, help me do this. I'm like, you can do this. Learn how to switch on, off. You know, but that was one of the most challenging ones for me. But it's not a challenge anymore.
Right, you rock it out now. You're used to it.
Hey, it's just a role.
It's just a role. I love that. So what is your favorite number in the dance? Because we talked about this before. I talked about with Tatiana Jenkins of like the prologue, the epilogue, the party scene. We didn't tell them what was going on in the party scene. They don't know what we're doing in it. But like we just said, which one is your favorite? Or if you have to put them like in numbers from like 1 to 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love the party scene.
Okay, party is 1.
I love the epilogue.
Epilogue is 2. Okay.
I love the prologue.
Prologue is 3. Okay, good. So she had a little different. She cheated. She gonna say the way it goes in the show.
Like said that.
Tots. She was like the prologue first, the party scene, then the epilogue. But that's how it literally plays out in the show. So I was like, girl, I need you to But she said that is how she likes it. So and you said the party scene, it is super fun.
Yeah, it is.
And
it's
then
so much fun.
The epilogue, yes, because we're giving them like just that last exhortation of this is what we're trying to tell you guys. Yes. And then the prologue is fun, They just got to come to see it. Like
that's it, and that's all. But I'll tell you what I do love about the play. How the Word of God tells us it's natural and it's spiritual.
Yes.
What I love is in the natural how we can relate, and it shows how sometimes as women, we really don't recognize our worth, you know. And once you come to know God and know who He's called you to be and, you know, how He values you and there's no limit on, you know, who you are, what you can be, what you can have, what you can do, you know, and knowing your worth, you know, that's what I love, the balance there. It shows you real life issues, you know, emotions that we all can experience, ups and downs. It's fun, it's laughter. There's times I feel like it put things on your mind and makes you think. There's times I feel like it helps you to evaluate your life, you know, look at where you are and, you know, where you want to be and where you've come from, you know, focus on the growth. But then after all, like the sin, I would say, and the cutting up in the flesh and all that, how God gave you this vision and how to write to show us, men and women, there's another side outside of, you know, what you may temporarily see, the hurt, the pain, or whatever. And when you give your life over to Christ, that's when the healing can take place and you come into knowing who you are. So I love that. We laugh. Some people cried.
Some people did,
You know, they saw themselves, and at the end, the whole focal point to me was that we were brought to Christ. And we cried out to Him and gave our souls to Him. That's what I love.
Yeah, I love that. And I would say for me, because I was asking, like, did she really identify? I asked Tatiana with her character, and she was talking about how it's a lot like how she was and how she is. And I know yours is opposite of you, right?
Oh, definitely the opposite.
And so for me, with writing the 3 characters, as people ask me, like, where did you come up with inspiration? You know, and Kara is a lot like how I was, like some things that I dealt with. I'm not going to tell everything, you got to come to see it to know what Kara went through. But when I wrote it, if I'm being honest, some parts of me identify with all 3 characters.
Wow, okay.
All 3 characters at different stages in my life. Like, my story is not each woman's story, right? But there is something about each character that I can say, oh, yeah, I did feel a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't, you know, break up somebody's home, but you know what I'm saying? But there's something about, you didn't either. But I'm just saying there's something about Mercedes I can, and the audience can, I feel like I love hearing that, like, man, I could see myself in that situation, or I could see myself in this one, or I see myself, and that's my goal. Like, I want them to really be able to see themselves and say, wow, like, this is where I'm at. but I don't have to be here. I don't have to stay here. There is another side to this. And I love what you're saying. Like, we do come full circle of just knowing our worth as women and our identity and our purpose and our value. And that it's not in a relationship status.
That's right.
And I tell people that all the time. They're like, but you're married and you're doing Single Mom Chronicles. Girl, I wasn't always married.
Okay.
Okay, honey.
You better let them know.
You better let them know.
You know what else I liked? And that I would say would be good that God gave you was to show all these different characters,
the different women,
you know, and you know where we were, where we are, you know, and to see that we can change. Because even when I was acting, I was doing the role on a serious note. I could feel people's spirits in the audience. I could
identifying with it.
Identifying with it.
I love that.
You know, and you can hear even some of the anger and the response, but then how again you brought me back to that place where I had to cry out to God and release my own insecurities in this role and the hurt and the pain, because you do what you do for a reason.
Everything.
But then also to show, hey, don't do nothing to nobody you don't want done to you, and that's on period. God gives everybody their own.
Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Charbria.
I love you. It's Mercedes. Y'all got to come check her out. And like we said last time, if you've seen the show, you got to come see it again, because we have some new characters in it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be bigger and better at the West Side Theater Guild, March 29th. You don't want to miss it, 6 p.m. Or if you wanted the VIP experience, buy tickets for that pink pre-show party. That's also, you can add that on as your ticket. Again, West Side Theater Guild, 6 p.m. March 29th. SWC, the stage play.com.
We'll see you
Yes, we love you. Be there or be nowhere.
Period.
Yes, so I hope we said something and encouraged, inspired, and elevated your thinking. And always remember to max out, girl. I'm Charbria Shine. Talk to you next time.
Denise Shackelford.
Bye.